Hey YouTube, what's up? It's me, Captain Baconator, for the very first podcast. In regards to the new year, in regards to everything, this episode is all about Phoenix Comicon 2015. I had a blast going to it, and hell, it was probably my next favorite next to last year's, because last year's it was me and my girlfriend's anniversary, and I'll get into that probably in another video in regards to love. So let's talk about this year. I only got to go 2 days due to school problems and yada yada blah blah blah. So let's talk about what days I went to. I went to Friday and Saturday because Friday it's always busy, it's always fun, and Saturday I signed up for the cosplay masquerade. I'll get to that in a second. So let's talk about Friday. Friday I cosplayed as Fulgore from Killer Instinct 2 or Killer Instinct Gold for the N64 and arcade cabinet. And I obviously picked this cosplay because, as you guys may know, I may have talked about it in a video, I'm not entirely sure, I seriously doubt it. However, Killer Instinct is one of those games where it's like, it's not as crazy popular as Mortal Kombat is, where it's like, oh my god, the fatalities, or Street Fighter with obviously its competitiveness and Street Fighter Alpha or whatever happens to spew around with a new Street Fighter coming out as well. And Mortal Kombat X, it's obviously super popular, but with Killer Instinct, it has updates, and it's the same thing every time, except with new characters and new splashes once in a while, and it's really, really cool. Big shout out to Maximilian Dude. I believe he works for the Killer Instinct guys, and just he's a huge part of the community, and I have more respect for him than anybody else in the KI community than I can honestly think of off the top of my head. So kudos to you, Max. You are the whole reason why I got back into Killer Instinct. Yeah, that's about it for that, for Killer Instinct anyway. So let's get talking about the cosplay. With Fulgore, I decided to make this interesting. I bought my very first morph suit, black of course, to represent his actual body, and it was a lot more comfortable than I expected. And yeah, that's about it for body. Let's get to the actual pieces. Let's talk about boots. I made duct tape like boots to represent obviously Fulgore. There's nothing really special about them. They're just duct tape boots. For gauntlets, I bought hockey, I want to say shin guards, and I painted, they were originally metallic red. Think of Sector from Mortal Kombat. The original Mortal Kombat arcade cabinet. I believe it's Mortal Kombat 3. Where Sector and Cyrax were part of a thing. Anyways, so I attached some duct tape blades onto it, and they hold up very, very nicely. They could actually cut, which was something I didn't think duct tape could do, but I'm a wizard, I guess. So that's about it for gauntlets. Let's talk about the chest. I took a t-shirt and kind of folded it behind me and cut it around my body to actually fit Fulgore's real body in the famous breastplate, I want to call it, where it opens up to the devastation beam. I did not have that option. However, the helmet was my favorite part. I bought a wig literally 2 years ago from, wow, this actual exact date. It was an orange metallic wig. Got it for like a Halloween discount thing at Savers, and it was very, very awesome. It held up. It was fantastic. And I'm surprised it held up for so long. I made the helmet stuck onto my head at some points. I made it with cardboard, PVC tubes to hold up actual size and actually shape it. Masking tape, regular duct tape, spray paint, paper mache, and if you guys ever went to, I think they call it Great Skate now, we called it roller rinks where I'm from, and yeah, they had a dinosaur mascot and everything. I don't really remember it, but anyway, yeah, I took 4 cups from there. I actually stole 2 of them and took the straws and created the tubes. As for the eyes, I'm gonna provide some pictures, hopefully, if I remember. They were made. If you guys ever went to Staples, they have see-through transparent like folder dividers, and my girlfriend bought some for me, and they were awesome. Cut them out to fit my eyes, and I actually stuck book lights that light up, you attach it to your book, press button, boom, light up. I attached that to the eyes, and it wound up actually working out for the best. And so that's actually about it. As for the experience, I went in there. I was completely surprised. People came up to me and went, Killer Instinct, I love it. And I went over to the tallest floor, North Building, where they had kind of like a cosplay photo session area where all the famous people were at. And it was really, really cool. I went over to the Umbrella Corporation, the zombie guys, and they thought I was awesome. I was a part of their legion for a little bit with a couple guys. Made a couple friends. They were super nice, super cool. That's about it for like highlights for Full Gore. Now my favorite day, which wound up ending up kind of bad, I think I'll explain in a different video when things start clearing up and obviously things are controlled. So Saturday, I was Red Hood from Batman, and it was one of my favorite cosplays, actually, as a matter of fact, next to Quickman, of course. In case of you guys don't know, I cosplayed as Quickman last year. Anyways, so with Red Hood, me and my friend Chris, we wound up wrapping my head in a bunch of, wrappings and cut it, and it didn't exactly work out. So I wound up calling up for some help, yada yada yada, bing bong boop, with a little bit of payment here and there. My Red Hood helmet came to be what it should be. And, I wound up actually buying another hood. And, I took my copy of it down to the con. I'm sorry, I lost anything else besides that for the hood. So I apologize, I cannot provide pictures. However, there is going to be a video out there in regards to the Phoenix Comicon Masquerade. I showed up there, I kicked ass, it was a great time. About the whole Red Hood experience, like, it was such a fun time. People recognized me, you're like, oh my god, you're Red Hood, and like, gave me hugs, we took pictures and everything, it was super rad. And, cosplay, how I made it. I've already mentioned about the hood, it's actually nothing at this point. But the shirt, I actually got a long-sleeved gray shirt from Savers. Wound up being my size, and I cut it the sleeves because if you guys notice in Red Hood The Lost Days, Jason Todd, he wears a sleeveless shirt. And so I decided to keep the iconic, red bat symbol, simply just connect with audience. And bought, of course, black jeans, or smoke gray at this point, and hiking boots, which happen to be black and perfect. Took some Nerf guns, some Eagles, and painted them black, and wow, I'm a wizard. Anyway, so that's about it with highlights and stuff. So let's talk about the Phoenix Comicon Masquerade. I met so many amazing cosplayers, so many of them. Some of them were just absolute the top, completely out of my league, and hell, I made friends with a bunch of them, and it was actually one of my favorite experiences at the time. And a big shout out to the person who cosplayed as Venusaur and the person who cosplayed as Foxy from Five Nights at Freddy's. You guys were totally awesome. Venusaur, you were such a cutie pie. You were so sweet to me. I love you, girl. You are the best. And the Five Nights at Freddy's guy, I actually look up to you now for your cosplay, because it's like, I wish I could do animatronics and things like that and electronics, but I only need help for that, and that's the bumming part. I want to be, good at that. So I'm training myself. Another quick shout out to the guys who played as Groot and Rocket Raccoon. I am so sorry for the whole stage thing. I know you guys almost fell over, rather Groot almost fell over. I'm surprised no one screamed timber. Because that would be kind of a dick move. Anyway, so the winner, I think, wound up being Mulan. Those guys, there was this group cosplay where they took a bunch of people and they reenacted Mulan's I Will Make a Man Out of You, and it was so amazing. They were all choreographed perfectly with dances and voice syncing, and it was just amazing. And all these people actually looked like some of the characters, even though some of them were women and actually tried to portray the other characters. Nevertheless, they did it amazingly. And kudos to them for being able to put up a show. for me as Red Hood, I actually got extremely scared. I didn't really know what to do. So I just slapped on whatever I did, and they just gave me a song, and I kicked its ass. It was so much fun, such a great time. I'm so happy that I did it. I wasn't even there for the main prize, but I'm just happy I even got to do it and even got some recognition as a person and a cosplayer. So that's my Phoenix Comicon 2015 experience. Nothing really too big about it other than the fact I joined my third contest. Huge shout out to Kevin O'Connor, the host, I believe, Kelly Lester, who is an amazing, just girl in general. She runs all certain things, and she's just amazing. And every cosplayer who was there at the Phoenix Comic-Con Masquerade told me I was awesome. I got your cards. I got your information. I love you all. I am putting up I'm going to try finding the actual channel that put up the Phoenix Comic-Con Masquerade stuff. I think Kevin uploaded them. I'm not entirely sure who did, but it's BLAO9, capital B. I will put a link in the description for it. And that's about it. That was my Phoenix Comic-Con 2015 experience as Full Gore from Killer Instinct 2 / Killer Instinct Gold, and Red Hood from, obviously, Batman. So, yeah, if you guys watched my last video or last podcast, you guys are very aware that I am moving really, really soon. So I'm going to try uploading as many episodes as possible. And as a matter of fact, I am linked with another channel known as Stash with my good friend Sean. His name is Blow Me Away 2814. I'll put a link in the description below for him. He is my best friend ever. Like, I love him to pieces. Like, he's just an amazing person, and he actually convinced me to be Red Hood. He was Red Robin. He was so awesome. But back to Stash. He made a Stash RPG, and I'll be doing a series of it really, really soon, actually, because he had me play it, and I think it's actually completed. And it's super fun. It's actually a really, really cool game. And it stars us, and there's little quips here and there in regards to our personal lives, and just a bunch of people. And I can explain who is who, and here and there. But if certain, boundaries cross, I'll say it. And you guys could just let your imagination run wild. Alongside with that, I will be uploading certain games. I fixed my computer. An upcoming series I'm really, really excited to do is One Finger Death Punch. Markiplier played it. Quick shout out to Markiplier. Love him so much. He's a fantastic guy. I love him to pieces. Yeah, and just a couple more shout outs to certain YouTubers who I think you guys should follow, and just the likes. So again, Markiplier, Maximilian Dude, Game Grumps, absolutely love them to death. Ninja Sex Party, Mortimer, and Rubber Ninja, and obviously Ego Raptor, everyone who's involved in the gaming community as a whole, and obviously storytelling. So, Swoozy, you're up there, buddy. That's about it. I should probably leave this room. It's old, it's ranky. Yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.